In the last video that I uploaded, I was talking about this Minilad Discord server, which was created by this individual named Lorene, who ended up leaving this comment about anyone being welcome to join the server on this latest Minilad video, which is the last video Minilad has uploaded in more than a year. And when I tried to join the server, I got this response. What this pretty much says is that I am not allowed to join because majority of the mods and members of the Minilad Discord server do not want me to join. They don't see the reasoning why I would want to join, since I've talked so badly about Minilad before in the past. And these are the reasons why I talk so badly about Minilad. Messaging minors, having very inappropriate conversations with minors, admitting to that, trying to cover it up, his many attempts on trying to return, his horrible apologies, and horrible way to address the situation properly, and the list keeps going on. And yes, there are many more examples on why someone should talk bad about Minilad. But with my last video getting quite a bit of views, a lot of you guys decided to go into the server to get information and then send it to me so we can talk about it, which was my original goal with my last video anyways. I wanted to go in there, see what it was all about, and if it was content worthy, I would have made content. If it wasn't, I would have just sat here and said, okay, whatever, and moved on to the next thing. Turns out there are things that are indeed content worthy in this. Now, I'm not going to be covering every little thing that's in the server. If you want me to do a live stream sometime where I sit here and go through all the messages and the logs from this Discord server, I absolutely could. But instead, I'm going to be showing you some of the highlights from this Minilad Discord. First, we start in this general chat, where there is this individual named Lily. Lily is an actual mod for Minilad, like for his streams and for his YouTube comment section. She actually moderates Minilad's channel, and she's in this server, and she's answering questions that Lorene has asked her. One of the things being, hey, these are the other mods, like Jade, Cleek, Ice, Nori, Greg, and that they are still around as mods. Now, obviously, they have not really done much with Minilad taking a hiatus from YouTube for a while now, but they are still around. Here, Lily sits here and says that she does take out more of the egregious comments, but in this screenshot, she does want to point out that she wants to be able to give the people the right to voice their own opinion. So this pretty much means when you go to a Minilad YouTube video and go down to the comment sections, you can see some maybe bad comments here and there, but obviously you realize that there are probably some comments that have been deleted, and everyone thought just Minilad was doing this or some of his mods. Well, it turns out Lily might be one of the mods who are actually going to the comment sections or in live stream chats and removing some of those egregious ones. But what is egregious? It's kind of subjective. I don't know where the line is really drawn with that. Lily does end up mentioning me here. She says that it also infuriates her that the amount of constant hate that Craig, Minilad, gets for just existing, but we need to accept that it's something that's going to continue for a decent amount of time until and after he comes back. How else will TJV justify his existence? So taking a jab at me right there, and I could totally take a jab at you being a mod for someone who's talked to minors inappropriately, but I'm not gonna do that. What I am going to say is that you say that he gets a crazy amount of hate just for existing. But I want to educate you, Lily, and say that no, it's not just because he exists. He's not just sitting there and people don't like the way he looks and that's why we're giving him hate. We're giving him hate for all of these reasons that I showed in the beginning of the video. Messaging minors, having very inappropriate conversations with minors, admitting to that, trying to cover it up, his many attempts on trying to return, his horrible apologies, and horrible way to address the situation properly, and the list keeps going on. And there's many more examples. One of the examples is that he lied about his own mental health, or maybe telling the truth about his own mental health, and using that to manipulate the victims in order to not say anything about the inappropriate conversations that they have had. He literally talked about offing himself and then his own fans offing themselves, and they couldn't live with the fact that their hero Minilad is such a monster, so they would end up hurting themselves. Like, you have to be pretty messed up in the head in order to be saying these sort of things through DMs anywhere. And Lily, you're one of the people who moderate this guy and say that all the hate he gets is just because he's existing. Like, he didn't do nothing wrong. Come on, Lily. You know better. You should at least know better. Oh god, are you under the age of 18 and just not grown up enough to know? And why does Minilad have mods who are under the age of 18? It's gonna be so much worse, Lily, if you are over the age of 18 and you still moderate and defend this type of behavior. But regardless, let's move on to the other things that's been unveiled in this Minilad Discord server. Here's an individual just showing Instagram stories that Minilad has put out, so they pretty much keep an update on what Minilad's doing in his life. Here an individual ends up reaching out to Minilad, I think think through Instagram. Minilad is responding to this individual saying, I wasn't expecting to stop as I did, but I realized I needed to step away for my own sake. I'll be back eventually. Life's a funny thing. So again, confirmation, Minilad's gonna return sometime. Here, Lorraine sits here and says that she heard from mods that he's still checking the mod chat every now and then, so at least he's still around in a sense. So they do have some sort of updates going into the server about where Minilad is, if he's going to return, how his life is going. Again, things that fans would do and a community would do that supports Minilad, keeping up on how he's doing, when he will be back, what are the updates with him. Here, an individual pointed out my YouTube video and claims that I never failed to disappoint with his endless clickbait and Minilad milking. Again, it's not really clickbait. He did remove the Good News Everyone channel. It's no longer there, and it was a real channel that he ended up posting good news to seem more like an angel despite all the allegations that were going on. So it's not clickbaity. Minilad did delete his channel. I guess if people thought it was his real channel, but literally in the thumbnail you see Good News Everyone. I don't know. Maybe it's a little clickbaity. Maybe you got me there. Maybe this is a point for the people in the Minilad Discord server. Okay, I'll give you guys a point here. Here's a screen grab of Lorraine, the person who kind of made this Minilad Discord server, it seems like. That she's kind of defending Minilad here, saying that he went to therapy and all. The reason why I bring this up is because if the owner or the person kind of in charge of this Minilad Discord server, if their opinion is that they're going to defend Minilad and saying, oh, he went to therapy and all, he's changed, he's a better person, I'm not going to completely identify him for one mistake that he made in his life, even though it's been multiple mistakes and it's so bad of mistakes that you should be identifying him for the rest of his life. But I wanted to give you a little bit of the insight of what Lorraine thinks about Minilad. She is defending him. She thinks that he's changed just because of the whole therapy thing. I am sure that Lorraine is against adults talking to minors inappropriately. I'm sure she's against that, but she's willing to forgive people as long as they go to therapy. Me, on the other hand, I don't think therapy is going to fix you. I think if your mind is that screwed up that you think children are attractive, you are just screwed for the rest of your life. Like, literally, go do something where no one's ever going to talk to you again. Go do something where you can be mostly separate from people for the rest of your life. My preferred option is to throw these guys in jail and suffer with the thought of what they did. I think that's like the best way to handle that sort of situation. And I wanted to offer you that little insight because Lorraine was mentioned a lot in the previous video and she's mentioned a little bit in this one. But regardless, if you look at the rest of the Minilad Discord, there is a memes chat and a VC chat. Not really sure that much of this has really been used, but you also see that there's rules and roles. Here's a screenshot of all the different roles you can get, I guess. And what's really interesting is that there's a word filter list, which is so awesome that Lorraine did this. She literally did so much work for me, so I don't ever have to like do a bunch of work to find this information. But what she's pretty much did is that she has gone into Minilad's like comment sections or live streams or whatever to see if any of her comments were blacklisted because of a certain word. So she literally has a full list of what I assume are blocked words for Minilad's channel and his streams and his comment sections. So you know if your comment is going to get removed because of this updated list. Here you can see the word apologize, apology, child, and children are all blacklisted, so no one can mention that, which makes perfect sense on why you don't see that many comments popping up in Minilad's comment section directly saying some of these key words that associate with his allegations. Evidence, defending, explanation, crime, lie, minis, minors, and there's all the P words right there. There's a lot of them that you could be saying in a Minilad comment section that directly have to do with his allegations, and it seems like they're blacklisted or banned words. But regardless, that is most of the key information I wanted to share with you guys. Kind of an update and unveiling the secrets of their Discord finally getting out there. It's nothing super major, but it's a little bit more information to the overall story on Minilad's downfall and everything that he did to sort of screw up his reputation online. This is more information. We find out more information from one of his mods, Lily, what mods are active, if Minilad is going to return or not, what are they like talking in conversation in private with someone else who also wants to defend Minilad. But regardless, let me know what all you guys think down below in the comment section. Don't forget to be respectful and kind despite the differences in opinions you may have from somebody else. But I appreciate you guys for checking out the video. Again, please let me know what you guys think about all this down below. I'm very curious, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.